When you think of famous celebrities, politicians, and leaders of the world, it's hard to believe that they are normal human beings like us. They just seem to be bigger and better than the average person. But what if they weren't humans at all? What if they were actually 15 feet tall, reptilian-like shapeshifters from outer space who came to Earth and slowly took over our governments and entertainment industry for the sole purpose of enslaving the human race? These reptiles control us by creating wars and mindless entertainment to keep us distracted. Famous reptiles include Queen Elizabeth II, the Bush family, CEOs, global banking leaders, and even celebrities like Justin Bieber and Katy Perry. These reptiles also are believed to make up the Illuminati and can take on human forms by creating vibrations that give us the illusion that they are human. It seems like something that would be in a science fiction movie, but in reality, many people actually believe this wild conspiracy theory. This theory first became popular in 1998 after a man named David Icke published his book called The Biggest Secret and remains popular today. Along with the book, information about this theory is also widely available on the internet, from YouTube videos to conspiracy theory forums and news articles. What makes this belief extraordinary is that it suggests that there are alien shapeshifters roaming our planet and controlling us normal humans. The basis, the reptilian elite theory, is that in ancient times a group of advanced reptiles from the Alpha Draconis star system came to Earth and infiltrated the governments of the ancient civilizations in order to control all the humans and enslave them, and became their rulers and bred with other humans to form crossbreeds so that their DNA can infiltrate the minds of humans. With their DNA inside our systems, they can control us by making us dumber, slower, and weaker, and therefore easier to control. Evidence for this reptilian DNA in us comes from the fact that in the early stages, developing embryos look a lot like reptiles and could be classified as such. Furthermore, the oldest parts of our brain, which control the most primal functions and instincts, is called the reptilian brain, because it is made of the structures that the reptilian brain consists of, which are the brainstem and cerebellum. However, these could just be the result of the fact that we originally evolved from reptiles, as they were the first animals that existed on Earth, so naturally we would have parts of our body that are similar to theirs. Another piece of evidence for this theory comes from the fact that many religions in ancient civilizations depict some sort of reptilian god or goddess, which supports David Icke's theory that these reptilian beings once ruled in the open and created impossible structures, such as the pyramids of Egypt. Although this may make sense at first, it is easily debunked because ancient civilizations also had gods that took form of other animals aside from reptiles, such as the ancient Egyptian god Anubis, who is depicted as a man with a jackal head. A more recent piece of evidence for this theory comes from a video of Justin Bieber in which his eyes seem to shift and turn reptile-like. Believers of this conspiracy explain that this is because it is hard for these reptiles to keep their true selves hidden through the camera. But if this was the case and the influence of the reptilian elite was so pervasive, then we could see many more instances of celebrities shape-shifting on camera. This could have simply been the result of a glitch or camera malfunction. Although there is no real scientific evidence or much evidence at all for this theory, there is an incredible amount of people who actually believe that this is true. 12 million Americans to be exact, and even more people worldwide. How can so many people really believe something that seems so ridiculous? Once reason could stem from extreme cognitive dissonance, these people want to believe that human beings are inherently good and just. But with all the wars and destruction and evil in the world, it causes cognitive dissonance because it shows that people aren't really good. But instead of accepting that fact, they blame it on some other species. We humans wouldn't do something like this. It must be the evil reptiles that are controlling us, making us do such evil things. Another factor in sustaining this belief is the fact that believers of this theory can retreat to the supernatural when people challenge it. When people ask for evidence for the existence of these reptilians, theorists can simply say that we can't see them because they have the ability to control our minds to make them think that they are humans, making this claim unfalsifiable so that they essentially cannot be disproved. Furthermore, confirmation bias plays a large role in sustaining these beliefs because they will interpret anything that could potentially be evidence as hard proof in their beliefs. Many believers of this theory come from groups of conspiracy theorists who believe in many other conspiracy theories. When people believe one crazy conspiracy theory, it becomes easier and easier for them to believe in more theories, because once someone has accepted the possibility of one irrational belief, then it is easier to rationalize other ones. Social influences that could help them sustain this belief come from the abundance of science fiction novels, movies, and TV shows which open people up to the possibility of otherworldly creatures that they may not have had before. This theory is probably one of the most extreme and far-out conspiracy theories that exist, and it seems impossible for people to actually believe in something like this, but such an incredibly large amount of people do. This can be explained by some cognitive contributions, such as cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias, but it seems that these people, since many of them also believe in many other conspiracy theories, it seems like they have an extreme sense of paranoia about the world and the government that could be caused by some underlying psychological problem.